They offend all sense of good taste, yet inspire devotion. Solids or stripes, do not adjust your set. It's time to talk kits.
So in the UK, it's not called a uniform, it's called a kit. Uniform's what a policeman wears.
I always thought it was funny. It's a kit. Our home kit, our away kit. It's just a uniform. Some of them are really cool, and some of them are totally ridiculous.
You know, my whole life, I've seen football as essentially a battle between, a choice between red or blue. You're either a red person, you support Arsenal, Man United, Liverpool, or you're a blue person. You support Chelsea, you support Everton, you support Manchester City if you like sky blue.
Any of the teams with red uniforms have the best uniforms. Liverpool, Manchester United, Arsenal. If you have a red uniform, you can see your players easier.
Manchester City, the powder blue, they kind of had the stripe across the chest some years, the white trim. I think the powder blue looks the best.
English scientists have spent fortunes trying to look into why teams that play in red have historically done better than the teams that play in blue. Manchester United, Arsenal, Liverpool, absolutely glorious. Manchester City, Everton, slightly less. They say that the colour red brings out a self-confidence in the uneducated individual, i.e. a football player, and it's the secret to success.
You know, there are teams that confound this. Norwich, who play in yellow, Aston Villa and West Ham, who play in claret and blue. But on the whole, life seems to be a choice of blue and red.
I am a red, cut me and I bleed red. People that are blue people, I'm suspicious of them. You know, I wouldn't, let them watch my kids or anything like that.
One of the big dilemma in the world of football and soccer is stripes or solid colored uniform, and it's hard to say.
I'm a stripes guy. Despite the fact that it doesn't necessarily flatter my figure.
I prefer stripes because my favorite team wears stripes, Newcastle United, and there'll always be a special place in my heart for stripes.
Oh, it's a fantastic goal! What a wonderful goal!
Yeah, I love Newcastle's kit. The black and white looks very smart.
I like the Newcastle stripes. I always like the stripes. They're so classic.
Some of the uniforms are downright ugly.
I can tell you who doesn't have the best uniforms this season is my beloved Liverpool, who've got two of the stupidest away kits you can ever possibly imagine. Sort of Space Invaders and a Mark Rothko painting come to life.
I was squinting at it and going, what is that? There just were patterns going all over it. It was sort of crawling up the leg like algae. A fantastic mess.
I would never buy one of those. You could give me 10 million free ones, and I wouldn't even give them away to other people. So that bad. Yeah, I'm killing them right now.
Worst have got to be Norwich City. Yellow and green, and they're called the Canaries.
One thing that's very different about English football uniforms than American uniforms is they all carry a sponsor's name across the front. Companies have to pay massive amounts of money for that.
Chelsea, for a few years, Chelsea was sponsored by Autoglass, a company that would replace the windshield in your car. And it was not a very attractive or sexy thing to walk around, with an Autoglass shirt. Samsung, slightly better. You know, it looks good, nice-looking logo. The way that A is cut out, Samsung, a good sponsor.
Some fans like to wear replica kits of their favourite team.
Wearing a replica jersey is a really touchy issue. First of all, make sure it's one size bigger than you think it should be. Guys like me and other guys shouldn't wear something that's a large or a medium, you know. You got to have a little room to breathe. I don't want to know what your religion is.
You will see these grown men who are masters of their own domain stuck into these shirts like stuffed sausages as the camera pans the stadium while they're literally sitting there with their man boob bursting out of a piece of polyester, which is the most ungainly creation God has ever seen.
Yeah, no, I always go to people like that. I'm like, you're wearing the Man City uniform. Are you on the team? And they're like, no. I'm like, well, you can try out again next year. You didn't make the team. You got to give the uniform back. They got a player who's naked. Give them the uniform back.
I don't know whether they're hoping that the team don't have enough substitutes on the bench and the manager, is like, shh, everyone, quiet. Is anyone here wearing the full kit? And I am, from the back of the stand. Great, well, come on. And then they score a hat-trick, and they're offered a contract, and their whole life turns around.